Hello everyone, my name is Arkham. Welcome back to another SH Figuarts review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Kafka, or Kaiju number 8 from the series Kaiju number 8. So this guy came out a couple of months ago. He actually came out in June in Big Bad Toy Store, so I got him through there. Thank you, Big Bad Toy Store. I've watched the show. The show is actually great, and I asked you guys if you wanted me to review the figures themselves. I will be doing that. Probably not at the time of their original release, but I'll try to do so. So we're going to be starting with Kaiju number 8. This guy seems to be available in retail stores. It seems that Walmart is going to be getting him. I'm not entirely sure about Target, but I have seen pictures of him showing up in Walmart. So if you, by any chance, find them in Walmart, I would say get him. He's only $44. $10 more than the actual regular SH Figuarts, but I think he is entirely worth it. But before saying all of that, let's find out if he actually is by taking him out of the box and getting a closer look. Alright, so here we have Kaiju number 8, and this guy is absolutely massive. I was not expecting him to be this tall. Just as a measurement section piece, he is 7 inches tall all the way to the horns. That is an absolute monstrous height for a figure of his stature and price. Here is how he compares to a couple of different figures, starting off with the Super Saiyan Goku from 2023, the Kong 2024, and the Godzilla 2024, just to give you a height comparison between all of them. So this guy, in terms of aesthetic, he looks great. He is very skinny, I will say. Now, just from looking at it, I think he looks fine. When getting closer to him, I think some things might start coming in where it's like they could have done a little bit better here and there. There's a lot of soft plastic pieces that are mainly like his scales or armor going outward so he can move better. So for example, this section right here is soft plastic. The abdomen is soft plastic, or at least the lats on the side are soft plastic. It's a softer plastic than usual, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but it makes him look good. I will say that. So just even getting a closer look, he has a lot of fine details in terms of the sculpt, which I think are captured very well as a whole. Like, I don't think any paint was needed to actually push those details out. They are actually just standing out on their own, just in good lighting pretty much. And I think they did a wonderful job with what they had, especially for an anime that just recently came out. This guy came out very fast in terms of the production line with the anime and this coming out. So there is going to be more SH Figuarts coming out for this series that I will be taking a look at later on. For example, Kaiju number 9 is coming out, I think, in August or September. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. So, moving on to the articulation, starting off with the head. So, he does move side to side. Fairly nice, actually. He can look down about that far. Looking up, not the greatest, but he can look a little bit up if you, like, move his face a little bit. But it's not the most articulated neck, because you are going to be obstructed by the flaps of this section. Arms, he can rotate them 360 degrees all throughout. You might just have to play around with them, probably put some silicone lubricant on there, or just some dish soap to make them smoother in the long run. He does have a bicep swivel. Again, mine are a little bit tight. It is a new figure, so it's expected. The elbow, it's fine. They could have done probably better on that, but he is a kaiju. He's not like an actual human being. And well, he is, but this is his kaiju form, so it doesn't look bad. I think it looks fine, actually. wrist swivel, and you can move him to side, but not up and down, so because it's a hinge. Now, app crunch. Going forward, he can move this much. One good thing about this is like, yes, you're gonna get a gap here. This panel right here, you can push it upward, and it'll be more connected. I think this is great because it's not gonna leave much of a gap between the spine right here, so it's gonna look much better. Now, you may be wondering, wouldn't this get stuck if you just move it back? No, you just move it back and it goes back into place, which is great. You can even push it down a little bit further if you wanted to. But it does mean that he doesn't have much of a back crunch going backwards. That's as much as you're going to be able to get. For that, he does have a waist swivel. It's going to be a little gappy, which is it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. And just post them great, and then you'll be able to cover those gaps. Legs. He can do this much for the splits, which is not bad. That's actually pretty good. And then kicking forward about this much, kicking backwards about this much, because he does have sculpted butt cheeks, and they're very well sculpted for someone that's a monster kaiju. So yeah, the knee. I do think the knee is fairly decent. Same as the elbow, not the greatest, but it does do the job. The feet. He has the foot pivot to side, foot hinge for the toes, which is great. Honestly, one of the best toe hinges that they have made in the past, because it doesn't look abnormal when moving it. And then you can move the foot about this far out, forward, and backwards this much. So articulation, basic articulation for any type of character that they have released for the SH Figuarts line. But as a starting point, I think he is great. One of the issues that I do have with him is that he doesn't stand up very well. It takes a while for him to just completely stand up. So besides that, let's take a look at the accessories, because he does come with a lot. Alright, so looking at the accessories for Kaiju number 8, in my opinion, he comes with a lot, but also not that much, if you can see why here. So, faceplates. He does come with a shouting, mouth open faceplate, which looks really good. The detail on it is perfect, and it looks like while they individually painted some of the teeth, there's a streak of white just there as well. So, not that big of a deal. It looks fine nonetheless. You get a side viewing facial expression for this figure as well. Looks great again. Not bad. And then a shocked, more so of like confused, scared facial expression, which is awesome. I love how they did this. This looks great overall. So facial expressions look awesome. Hands. He doesn't have any, pretty much. He only comes with a separate set of hands, which sort of disappointing. Just grasping claw hands, and then the fist that he comes with in the box. So kind of weird, but I guess it's fine. He does come with a separate right forearm, just more so to extend the power of a punch or something, however you want to use it. It does connect to the right arm. So let me just show you guys real quick, if I can get to do that. Yes, so you can remove it and then just exchange it. I don't know if you can do that with this one too. It doesn't look like it, actually. I don't think so, actually. So it only goes on the right arm, and then you can just put back the fist or whatever you want on the figure. Now, he also does come with a leg extension for the right leg. I don't know what this is for. I don't remember seeing this in the anime yet. Or I haven't read the manga, so that is like on my to-do list, kind of. But just to show you as well, it says this is the right leg. Yeah, there you go. So you're gonna separate that. I don't know if you can do that on the left leg. I don't think so. Again, you might be able to, but I don't want to break it. So just grab it, switch it, and you should be fine. Just connecting that. Did I get it backwards? Ah, goodness. Is it backwards? I think it's backwards. Yeah, it was backwards. Okay, so I did have it backwards. My bad. That was my own fault. So there you go. So the spikes are supposed to go backwards on the back, not in the front. And then you can just grab the foot and then just place it on here. Yeah. So going in fully. I'm putting a lot of pressure on this thing. I don't want to break it. There you go. And these pieces do come separate, but they do have their specific sections that they go on. You cannot just put them willy-nilly. The long one is going in the back, and the two other ones are different entrance points, so you're going to be able to find that out if you do have it. Now, overall, again, I don't know what I can do with this. I think it's just more so for posting reasons. So again, I'll find that out during my expose of showcasing the poses. So, as a final verdict, going into my final thoughts, I do think this guy is pretty cool. But there is something that I want to talk about with this guy. So this guy is like the main figure of the series, right? Bandai is doing the exact same thing that they've been doing with some of the Dragon Ball stuff, especially the GT line and the Superhero line. And also the One Piece line, where they're giving extra accessories to other figures that are not this guy, or like the main figure itself, and putting that as a marketable thing. For example, I'm pretty sure every single other Kaiju number 8 SH Figuarts has a faceplate for this guy specifically. And while that is good, in my opinion, they are making more faceplates for him, they could have just included that on to this guy and bumped up the price a little more. I don't know why they keep doing that. It's just to incentivize you to buying it. So I definitely do get the practices. They're doing that with the Monsterverse as well. I've talked about that plenty in the past. A couple of videos and that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it here. But as a final score, I'm going to give this guy 7 out of 10. And the main reason for it is that I think he is going to have some issues with posting in terms of gaps. So there might be some gaps here and there. Probably not the most, probably not going to be that big of an issue. It's just that I do think that he should have come with more hands as well. And if they were going to make the exact same like extensions for the leg and the arm, they should have done that for the left side as well. Don't know what was like stopping them from doing that. It's just one side feels weird. It's like the best selection Sanji, where it's only one leg that has the fire kick instead of both. So that's whatever at this point. But yeah, and that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this figure. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you like the show? That's mainly my main question here. But yeah, that is all the time I have for you guys today. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.